Well, let's take another look at the Boyds of Prey. Yeah, the Boyds. And some early audience reviews courtesy of those fine folks at Bounding Into Comics. So, yeah, this will be the movie that follows that other recent Warner Brothers comic book movie. Yeah, you know, Joker. Do you think this one will measure up? All the screaming and hollering and white male rage, apparently, is what Joker was all about. Yeah. By people who apparently didn't see the movie at all. But that's what that was about. So this will be the girl power response. I'm imagining that's how the reception of it will be in, certain sites by people who consider themselves writers. Yeah. And anyway, here we go. We got some early reviews from people who actually got to see it. So on Letterboxd, a number of individuals have indicated they have seen the film and are already providing feedback. All right, let's just go on. I hadn't seen this poster before. Yeah. All right. So yeah, here's what the ratings. One person gave the film 4.5 stars. And okay, the maximum score of 5 stars, so that's pretty good. Another 4 stars, 3.5 stars, 3 stars, 2.5 stars. Whoops, 10 people gave it 2 stars. Well, 3 people gave the film 1.5 stars. 4 people gave it 1 star. Wait a minute, how does that work? If it's okay, 31 people. All right. So people gave the film 1.5 stars. 4 people gave it. So the largest number here is 10 gave it 2 stars, and 6 people gave it 0.5 star. The average rating is 3.3. So a 3.3 out of 5. Okay. So here's what some of the reviewers are saying. Paula Aguilar Baradas, I guess. Yeah, that's getting blind here. She gave it 3.5 stars. She titles it, The Power. The film doesn't make much sense, but all my life I've seen films about guys fighting without any reason, and now watching girls kicking some asses for any reason fills you with power. Wow, man. Is that exactly how she wrote it? Yeah, okay. Does this is what empowerment feels like? I guess, is this what empowerment feels like? Is this what boys feel when watching those nonsense films? Give me more. Now, this is actually very telling, because I think she's the target of this type of girl power crap that gets slapped onto these properties. And a lot of times shoehorned in and forced in without thinking of any types of character development or plot. And because it doesn't matter, because see, she's already told you the film is crap. It doesn't make any sense. She's like, I don't know what's going on here, but boy, watching girls kick ass. And well, yeah, they've already shown some of the scenes and the choreography and all that stuff, which it looks very choreographed. I mean, yeah, they're leaping around and stuff. It's cool, but it's, not very realistic. But yeah, it's a superhero comic book movie, so what are you going to do? But so she doesn't like the film, but because it's women beating up people, well, then it's good. So then that's the explanation for her 3.5 out of 5 stars, even though she says the movie is nonsense. Yeah, you see, the deal is here, the reason there weren't a lot of films centered around women in action movies and all that stuff, even though there have been. And there's quite a few that are very fondly looked upon. People like Miss Baradas here appears to be completely unaware of this because she's not interested in those films. She doesn't like action films. That's what this review is telling you. I don't know what films she likes, but we'll just throw it out there. The chick flicks, romantic comedies and stuff. And that's what she would like. Now, a lot of female directors might feel the same way as she does. And that's the type of films they would like to do. it's not going to make the money that superhero and sci-fi action movies make. Those movies are very expensive for the first part, and they're pushed out and advertised to be these major blockbusters for the summer season and stuff like that, because they really got to make that money back. And when they bring in the cash, and they do, and they have for decades, even the most well-beloved, romantic comedies or historical pictures or detective stories, some of the other genres and whatnot, just don't come close to these types of films. And especially when there's this trend going on here. The superhero trend is dominating Hollywood because it's the only thing keeping it afloat. These other genres of films just haven't been very good in a while. The scripts are repetitive, and repetitive superhero movies are very repetitive, but they're more forgiving of it because it is more about action. They do better when they actually have plot and character development. Case in point, Joker, which isn't an action film at all. It does show there's other avenues for it. So the hopes that other movies like that and aren't necessarily comic book movies can have a shot now, maybe. But you haven't seen films like that in a long time. So a lot of these other genres and comedies and stuff fails because comedies are paralyzed by the current weird cult world we live in now of safe spaces and PC culture and cancel culture and blah, blah, blah. All of that. How the hell can you even get a comedy script out? So that's why, it's one of the reasons why, is a powerful factor in the fact of the superheroes dominating things, because it's the only place to go. Plus, it's the only interest in it. So, gee, what do female directors who aren't interested in any of that do? They make it a protest movement. It's about feminism or whatnot, and basically extort their way into these movies. And they're not really interested in them, so it's going to show. It's going to show. And this perfectly encapsulates the attitude here. She does not like this film at all, but it's women beating up men, so that's power, right? She's saying, I don't even know if it is. But girl power, so give me more, and all of that. But the idea that there was some patriarchal conspiracy blocking female directors from superhero films is not true. It's just, as things are, for the most part, women are not interested in these films. There are women who are, but their numbers pale in comparison to their male counterparts, and that's just the way it is. To force that as if it was you're righting some wrong ends up creating a wrong. But whatever. But that I'm really glad she did this review, because it does speak volumes, and it goes a long way, pretty much clearing up the whole deal. But anyway, there were other reviews. Eduardo, who, however, what's interesting is that she does not show up on the actual ratings for, oh, wow, I don't know why. Maybe because she said, look, the film is nonsense, but I really like it. Yeah, okay, well, I don't know why they censored her. I don't know. Let's see. Eduardo gave the film 3.5 stars as well. He writes, blonde Chris Messina could F me up. It's an okay film. Hurts me to say that I was expecting more. A lot more. Margot is perfect, and it seems like she has a lot of fun playing Harley. But the rest of the cast feels wasted. Does he actually, again, do they... these are cool. Margot Robbie's perfect. No, he got it right. Bounding, you got it wrong. Anyway, the action scenes are cool. Yeah, I can expect they would be, especially the precinct and the funhouse. The John Wick guy choreographed the action scene. So, but anyway, but the climax doesn't feel like a climax since there wasn't a lot of development to get. Yeah, it just feels like a missed opportunity. Yeah. And he's admitting it. It hurts me to say I was expecting more. He wanted to like this movie. He wants this to make this work and everything for, the reasons. And of course, I believe that Margot Robbie does good. She's got the Harley Quinn character down pat, but this will be yet another film where actually she's wasted. Her talents are, because it's just not that good of a script. It probably, and certainly Suicide Squad was definitely that. And it's sad because there is the perfect Harley Quinn story in the comics. It's called Mad Love. Film that. Holy crap, imagine following Joker with that. You'd be right up there with it. No. Yeah, they don't even know about it. Probably. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you got to have Batman and Joker in it. Oh, no, 2 men. Ew. So it fails the Bechdel test, I guess, so they couldn't do that. So Margot Robbie is being robbed. Yeah, being robbed of what could be the greatness of it. Anyway, Reddit user Peter P. Posted his review to the box office subreddit. He wrote, "I won't spoil anything out of respect for the studio. However, after finally seeing the film, I can see why the trailers have been meh. This movie got an R rating, and this is a very hard R. I mean, this might be the goriest mainstream comic book movie I've ever seen. You see a face be sliced open, broken bones, bleeding ears with bursting eardrums." Well, I'm guessing that's because of, Black Canary, because of her sonic scream. "There's a lot of cursing as well." Yeah. So a face sliced open. Jeez. The gay aspect involving Black Mask is very subtle. It's not explicit, but it's pretty obvious. Oh boy, they're going to get accused of queer baiting, which they probably are. Harley Quinn gets the most on-screen time. Yeah, because it's really Harley Quinn the movie. But most of the other characters get their fair share, so he doesn't think they're wasted. The only character I thought was a bit underused was the Huntress. Yeah, probably. Box office potential, I think the gore will hurt its chances in getting kids to go see it. Yeah. This is a movie that is really not meant for children. Again, I'm sure he meant. It's pretty brutal. I think teens will love this, though. I think this will make John Wick numbers. Really? Well, I guess because the guy does the action, so maybe. Probably a bit more given Harley Quinn's brand. 200 million plus domestically. Oh, well, we'll see. I expect Wham to be very... Wham? Anyway, quality-wise, it's way better than Suicide Squad. Well, it would have to be better than Suicide Squad. The choppy editing is nowhere to be seen. Well, that's interesting. The jokes are funnier. Margot Robbie is better, though I still think she's too self-aware. Okay. I thought Ewan McGregor stole the show. The actress who played Cassandra Cain was also surprisingly good. I thought she was going to be the weak link. Everyone else was solid. So I guess, the actress might be a good actress and she does the role she does. It's just not Cassandra Cain. That's the part that's problematic. Well, I shouldn't use the word. But that's, if you know anything about Cassandra Cain, you're like, well, wait a minute. She's not, well, we'll just leave it at that. Basically, she's just there for a comedy act with Margot Robbie. But anyway, there you go. They're predicting the opening will be 40 to 60 million. So they might do that, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes it's just in the timing. So there you go. I haven't liked much of anything I've heard about the Birds of Prey movie, and this pretty much confirms my worries about it. And it's sad because I know Margot Robbie has got it down, but she's not getting the scripts, and probably doesn't realize this, because they get all hung up on the girl power stuff and think that's something, and then it isn't. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll turn out to be some surprise wonder, but I doubt it. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening. Why not check out my link descriptions below? They'll take you to my many stores. I've got plenty of goodies for you. My night comic book at Indie Planet, and my podcast at RadioMisfits.com. And, of course, watch me on BitChute.